and don't let me go.
Hey, welcome back fam, and today we're going to be doing a Q&A, and as promised I have much better video and audio quality. As you can see, I'm in a studio. I got a lot of questions, and I'm going to try and get to all of them, but just wanted to say that I'm not going to be saying who asked these questions just to protect people's privacy. A lot of the girls that did DM me were also in a similar situation, and I don't know if they want the entire world knowing. So just for that, I'm just not going to say any names in this video. The first question is, how did you feel about your pregnancy when you found out? I kind of suspected it a lot, and by the time I officially found out, I had pretty much already known that I was. It was just taking an official test to know for sure. So I had time to process it before I officially found out I was pregnant. So it wasn't as shocked and upset as it was excited by that point. And of course, I was nervous about how I was going to tell my parents, but at that point, I had already pretty much accepted it, and I was just excited. The next question is, when you walk down the road, do people look at you different ways? Sometimes. I feel like if I was pregnant, I would be worried about that. Like I said in my last video, I wasn't really showing for quite some time. I just really started showing around 6 months, so I haven't really had a lot of experiences where strangers will stare at my belly, especially because I am just so small still at this point. But it has happened a couple times, and I addressed this in my last video, and I just kind of shrug it off. It's whatever, they're strangers, doesn't really matter. How do I tell my boyfriend that I'm pregnant? Well, when I found out that I was pregnant, my boyfriend was with me. He took the test with me. I told him right when I was suspicious that I was. So we both kind of went through it together. I never had to tell him, so I wouldn't really know much about telling your boyfriend you're pregnant, but I would just say there's no really easy explanation. You just have to tell him. Assuming you are younger asking this question, because most of the people who have asked me questions are younger. It's not a great thing. I don't recommend buying a pair of baby shoes and presenting it to him or anything like that. You just have to tell him and go from there. The next question is, do you plan on staying in high school and are you going to college after? Yes, I plan on staying in high school. I am in high school right now. I've been in high school. I do homeschooling, and I was thinking about doing a video about homeschooling because I know a lot of people are curious about what it's like to homeschool and everything. So if you would like that video, give this a thumbs up. Yes, I am in high school, and I'm planning on finishing high school. And even before I got pregnant, I never really planned on going to college. It just wasn't something that seemed like it would work for me. Not really the path I wanted to go down. There's other ways to learn other than college, and I will further my education. The next question is, do you think you and your boyfriend will move so you both can be around the baby? And yes, we are both under 18. Our birthdays are 3 days apart, so when he turns 18, I turn 18. Our birthdays are in 2 weeks. We're about to turn 17, but until we're 18, we can't really decide for ourselves where we want to live, and he lives in Texas, and I live in Florida, and his parents aren't going to let him just move to Florida with me. So for now, we are apart, and he won't be seeing his daughter as much as I will, but we will definitely see each other a lot. And when he is 18, and if we're still together, and maybe even if we're not, he is probably going to be moving to Florida and living with me and her. The next question is, do I work? Not at the moment, no. I did have a job when I first found out I was pregnant. I was employed, and it was just a summer job. And so during the first trimester of my pregnancy, I did work. And then I moved to Florida, and I just never really got around to it. And at this point, she's going to be here in a month or so. And I'm too exhausted all the time to even be on my feet that much. So there's really not much of a point of me getting a job. I do really want to focus on school and raising her, but I do plan on starting my career after I graduate, which should be here in the next year. Sorry if this is TMI, but what kind of protection were you using when you got pregnant? I was on the Ovia, not Ovia. Ovia is the pregnancy app I have on my phone. I don't know why I just said Ovia. I forgot what it's called. Oh my god, I'm like blanking. Nova something? I think it's called a Nova ring, but it's just the ring, birth control, the kind that you, yeah, if you're a girl and you know what I'm talking about, then we don't have to finish that sentence. But yeah, I used the Nova ring, and I put it in a few days late, and yeah, that's what happened. How old are you? Like I said earlier, I am 16. I'm turning 17 this month. We aren't really celebrating, but I'm excited. I'm gonna be a year older. Are you and your boyfriend planning on getting married? As of right now, we wear promise rings. I don't have mine on right now because pregnancy problems. My fingers are like swelling up too much and it doesn't fit me right now. But I usually do wear a promise ring, and he wears his. And to us, that kind of just means promise that eventually we will get married, not necessarily an engagement ring. It's just a promise that that's the end goal, and that's the point of our relationship, is to someday get married. And of course, we wouldn't get married unless we loved each other, and it has nothing to do with Collette. We would get married whether or not we had a baby together. We have been together for 2.5 years, and by the time we are old enough to get married, we'll have been together for 4 years. But as of right now, we do plan on waiting until we're about 20 to get married, just so we can live together and kind of see what that's like before we decide we want to live together for the rest of our lives. But I do think we will be engaged before we live together and just have a long engagement. But I don't know. We will see. The next question is, how do you guys pay for a child? Like I said earlier, my boyfriend works. He works at Papa John's. He gets off school at 3 and goes straight to work, and usually works from 3 to 10, and on the weekends he'll just work like 12-hour shifts. So he does work very hard, and he goes to school. I'm very proud of him. He works very hard, and he does make enough money for us to be able to support our child. And I do get some financial support from my parents and his parents. But I do help out around the house a lot, and I cook dinners, and I help raise my siblings, and I do my part to get that money. I don't just sit on my butt all day. But yeah, that's basically how we support our child. The next question is, do I plan on doing any vlogs anytime soon? And yes, I do plan on vlogging. I'm gonna vlog my baby shower, but after Colette's born, I will definitely do a lot more vlog videos, and those will be in addition to my weekly sit-down videos. I'm not gonna have a vlog every single week, but if I do decide to do a vlog, that will be separate from my every Sunday sit-down video. And the reason I'm not doing vlogs now is because my life is pretty boring. I'm just waiting around for my baby and doing schoolwork, and there's not much to vlog. But I will definitely do a lot more vlogs once she's here. The next question is, do you want more kids, and when? Yes, I definitely want more kids. I'm one of 5 kids in my family. I love big families. I don't know what I would do without all my siblings. So yes, I definitely want Collette to have plenty of siblings. But that does not mean I'm gonna have a baby again anytime soon. We definitely want to wait until we're married, and pretty much right after we get married, we're probably gonna have another kid, and only if we're financially stable though. But we kind of have it planned out to where at that time, that's when we're gonna be the most financially stable with our plan. So yeah, the way things are looking, I will probably be around 22 by the time I have my next kid. but I don't want them to be super far apart because my siblings are all 2 years apart, and we get along great, and I don't want her to be like 6 years older than her sibling. So as soon as I'm financially stable, but yes, definitely more kids. Somebody asked, will you sign your daughter up for any sports? Yes. I will be signing Collette up for swimming when she is a baby because we have a pool in our backyard and we live by the beach, so it would definitely be very beneficial if she knew how to swim as soon as possible. And yeah, so we're just gonna get her signed up for swimming lessons pretty much straight out of the womb. The next question is, do you plan on a natural birth? And I want to say yes, but going into it, I know I have a very low pain tolerance, but I'm going to go as long as I can without that epidural before I just can't anymore. The next question is, what traits do I hope my baby inherits from me, and what traits do I hope my baby inherits from her father? Well, he has beautiful green eyes, and I know my eyes are pretty too. They're blue. Green eyes are so unique and beautiful, and I just hope she gets his eyes. And I hope she gets my lighter hair. He has very, very dark hair, so I just kind of don't know what kind of hair she'll have. But I think her name just goes with lighter hair, like Collette, a little blonde baby. He has a very sensitive stomach, and I hope she does not inherit his stomach issues because I will have to be dealing with that. I definitely hope she gets more of Landon's personality. I'm so stubborn, and I would hate to have to deal with myself. So, yeah, I hope she's just easygoing like Landon is. The next question is, what plans did you have for your future that you won't be able to accomplish now that you're a mom? And, not much at all. I didn't plan on going to college before. I didn't really plan on, like, being a doctor or anything. And even if I did, I would probably still strive for that goal. Anything is really possible. It's not like the baby hinders me from doing anything. It definitely makes it a lot harder and adds another component to the situation. Of course, I won't be able to travel as much and stuff like that, but I went to Europe a few summers ago, and I go on road trips all the time with my family. And I've pretty much been everywhere that I've wanted to go or that I was planning on going. She's not really preventing me from doing anything. So, nothing, I guess. Next question is, was your pregnancy planned? And, no. No, it was not planned. I was on birth control when I got pregnant. I have always wanted to be a mom, though, and I was planning on having a child pretty young, in my very early 20s. And, it's just earlier than expected, but it's not like I wasn't ever planning on having kids. I love kids. I've always wanted to be a mom. So it's not the end of the world. The next question is, what prenatal vitamins am I taking? I have no idea what they're called, but I'll try and find a picture of them and insert them in the video. But yeah, that's the vitamins that I take. And I guess that concludes my Q&A. If you want me to do another one, I guess just leave a comment of questions you have. Expect videos every Sunday and a random vlog sometimes. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.